because they were really good. I mean, they had great energy, great game plan, and looked real fresh. We didn't look fresh at all, and we couldn't match. We just couldn't match their energy, and you know, that's the story. For me, that's the story. I mean, they played better, obviously. I mean, you know, it's kind of a dumb comment. I mean, they played a lot better, but we couldn't match their energy. I don't know. We just, you know, whatever. I mean, we come off a really tough game, and I thought we got rejuvenated, but we didn't get rejuvenated enough to match their intensity. Any questions?
Coach, could you comment on how he's going to play? Tracy Smith looked like they tried to go to him early and get it into him, and you had trouble.
Yeah, well, I think we had trouble with Tracy all night, you know, and one, he's very good, and then the things we planned to do, we never executed. And some of that has to do with just how sharp they were in running their things, and some of it has to do with us not being as sharp in our attempt to stop them. I mean, our defense was the worst it's been all year. I mean, it was never, ever good tonight. And I thought Horner had a great game too. I thought Smith and Horner really.
Horner and
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Have been struggling.
Can I still talk?
I'm sorry.
No, this is a conversation. Yeah, forget it. Let's go to the next one. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but if I'm still talking while I'm here, I'll just.
What do you think the difference was between, obviously, last game, the Plumlee brothers had a big game. What do you think the difference was in shutting them down tonight?
What do you think? I don't know. I don't know. That's what makes them young guys. You know, they obviously our big guys were not like they've been the last two games. So why does that happen? I don't know. And you try to figure it out, but I don't know. But obviously they didn't play to the level that they have been playing. And, but it's not just them. I just didn't think we as a group did play at the level that we needed to play at.
Coach, could you talk about, you're talking about the defense earlier.
No, I was talking about the lack of defense.
Right, lack of defense, that too. At any one time, they had two guys on the floor who played a lot of point guard in their careers. Did the penetration there cause you some problems?
Well, I thought everything causes problems. And, you know, we didn't control the ball, and we didn't control the ball outside or when they got it inside. So they moved kind of freely with the ball in both positions. And you really, it's very difficult to win a game when they have that type of freedom of movement. But again, they were strong with the ball. You know, their drives were strong, and Smith and Horner were both very strong with the ball. I mean, they played a, you know, I think if I would use one word, they played a strong game. You know, they were men with the ball.
How did this hostility compare to the hostility you faced at other road games this season?
Well, I didn't think there was hostility. I thought there was cheering. You know, I mean, I thought they had great support. You know, but that's not uncommon. You know, from a state crowd. I mean, they're going to give their team great support, and you know, for us, it wasn't hostility. You know, when someone calls you name, I mean, that doesn't do anything. But I thought the crowd was great for their team.
Very similar environment to Clemson last year, and as what you'll see Saturday. Just talk about.
Well, I think we'll see it everywhere. Yeah. So, I mean, there's not a place when we play that is not energized.
You just talk about balance
for the last 25 years. So,
right.
I mean, that's why we're accustomed to it.
Yeah, you just talk about bouncing back, going
well, we'll
to
see.
Clemson.
We got to see how everyone's injuries, and so we'll show up on Saturday night.
Coach, I'll set you up for a joke at the media here, but what does it say about this conference that you're picked to win it, State's picked to finish last, and we have what we have here tonight?
Yeah, well, I think too that when you pick things before the year, no one has ever seen anybody. And so it really is a guess. It's not a prediction, it's a guess. And, I never pay any attention to it, because we'll always be rated high as long as I'm coaching it. I'm not saying that just because we've won a lot. And so that doesn't mean we're real good. And, I just think it doesn't, I don't think anyone's, I've said this before, I think the conference is wide open. And who is healthy, who's fresh, when you play people, all those things have to be taken into consideration. And I just thought they were much more energized than us tonight. And, and we tried to give our guys coming off of, there's a balance that you have to have between getting them energized and getting them ready. And I wasn't able to do that with my team for tonight. And they were ready to go. They looked like a team that played at 12 on Saturday, and we looked like a team that played in a war on Sunday night. And then we'll be in a war again on Saturday night. So,
I'm sorry, how much did you think your team would come out energized after you hit
No, I thought we were ready to.
The second half, after you hit the shot.
I thought we were ready to play, The shot doesn't do it, the shot doesn't make up. We had to change our attitude on defense, and we were never able to do that. We followed a three-point shooter right away. We made some mistakes that you can't make in the first couple minutes to let them get free points. And probably the first 2-3 possessions of the second half defensively can then determine the outcome of the game, and we just didn't. We continued to play defense the way we had in the first half.
Anything else?
You mentioned injuries. Is anybody hurt other than Singler with his
Well,
red?
guys are banged up. I don't go through a whole injury report. I'm not going to do that. It takes away. Look, NC State was great. They were terrific. We could have had a week off and we wouldn't have beaten them tonight. But I wish we would have come with more energy than we came tonight, because they came with superb energy. And you want to be in a game where both teams are playing at that level. We could never match their level of play tonight. That's the way it is. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.